Assalamu alaikum everybody, hope you're safe, sound and healthy, and here I am back with all these busy birds. As I said, they start right on cue. And who am I to stop you from listening to their chatter? After all, everybody loves twittering and tweeting. So here's some original honest to God twittering going on in the background. So as promised, although I'm a bit late here, but as promised, I'm going to give you the follow up of the Nadra affair. And good news, finally, after I started smacking them around, smacking my bank and Nadra around. Um, as I think I told you in the last episode, that they had claimed that they had put the money back into my account, that they had issued the refund on the 5th of January. And my bank has a 100% rate of blocking incoming money into my account. It's weird. 100% rate of blocking incoming money into my account. As if stealing money out of my account and almost zeroing my account wasn't enough. Breach of information, lack of security, and an all round uh, incompetence, inefficiency, and corruption wasn't enough. They decided that, they should also start blocking money that comes into their clients' accounts. Well, in any case, this time I actually, on the record, said it to State Bank of Pakistan when I issued my complaint after, listening to all the BS coming from both organizations for the past month or so. I finally decided to go to Citizens Portal, yeah, where you get digitally screwed by the government and its likes. And I decided that I just wanted to tell them, that I expected nothing from them. And I told State Bank very, very openly that I would like to see whose ass they're going to save this time. And I used the word ass on the record. I was like, you were always so busy saving the ass of my bank. This is the fifth time I'm complaining against my bank. They have a 100% rate of never putting the money into my account when it comes from a third party. But this time, you have to choose between Nadra, which is a government organization like yourself, and ABL, whose ass you've been covering for so many years. So who are you going to side with? It seems that banking Motisip people, who are actually the ass lickers of banks and ass coverers of banks, for all they're supposed to be the ombudsman, by the way, banking Motisip is the ombudsman of banking. That is where you go to when you have complaints against banks. But instead, what they do is they work with the banks to rid them of all responsibility and damages that customers have the right to claim. So banking Motasib actually does not help the victims of banks. They help banks cover their asses. And it was very clear what banking Motasib did. They went in direct contact with my bank and they probably gave them a warning that, this person's pretty serious. You can't mess with her anymore. You better put that money back into her account, or else things are going to go south for you this time. This time you won't be able to cover your ass. And I know that for a fact that they did that because while they were giving me the hold on, we're getting back to you shortly messages, after a whole month, after almost 30 days, 28 days, 30 days, they finally sent me a message, a text message, and I'm going to read it out, okay? And that will show you what I'm saying is true, because normally you get these automated messages, right? Normally you get an automated message where it comes something like, so and so amount has been deposited or debited into your account or credited into your account. So accordingly, if money goes out, they say it's debited from your account, and if it's coming in, they say this much has been transferred into your account or credited into your account. But I didn't get any such thing. What I got was, dear customer, your refund has been returned to your account. Please call your local branch or helpline for any details and inquiries. What? So no amount, no nothing, but the word refund used. That in itself tells you that if your bank is not sending you an automated message in which the amount credited is mentioned with the timestamp, that means that the bank quietly put the money back into your account and is trying to save its ass by sending you a message saying that the refund has been deposited back into your account. So please call your local branch or the helpline for any further information. Yeah, right. They wanted me to close the case. Obviously, I waited for a week before I closed the case, in which I again smacked banking Motasib for taking their sweet time while going through back doors to get the issue fixed so that I should withdraw the complaint. And I don't give a damn about that anyway. As long as my money's back, I'm fine. Then I told Nadra people, because Nadra people were ready to actually have a fight with the bank this time. They were like, tell them to issue a written refute, you know. So tell them to refute it in written that they did not accept the money and that there was no entry made. Tell them to refute that this merchant ID is theirs. Then we will, take the case up and we'll see what happens. And that's when we move forward. So with this time, State Bank, Banking Mutasib, and Nadra were obliged to stick together. But still, Banking Mutasib went behind everybody's back and gave a warning to my bank to quietly put the money back into my account. So here's the Nadra affair closed. And now there's another affair that's been opened because since last year, June, um, the Utility Store Corporation has owed us money. And as usual, so 6 months have passed. We haven't got that money either. This time I've sent, and strangely, none of the emails of Utility Store Corporations working. None of their phone numbers are working. This time I sent them a reminder, again through Citizens Portal. The reason that the thing that actually it really, really pisses me off is why the frack do I have to go to Citizens Portal every time? Why? Why do they have to make us go round and round and round in circles and, get so fed up that we have to end up with Citizens Portal only to get more fed up? I mean, why can't they just do their freaking jobs already? I mean, isn't it enough that we're already being harassed by their inefficiency and by their, inability to get the job done via phone, via email, physically going there, and then at the end digitally also going there. I mean, you know what? If I had 10 hands, I would be smacking 10 people at a time. I would put them all on fire, seriously. I mean, there is no sane person in this country, to be honest. This country has gone to the dogs. It went to the dogs 30 years ago. But now it is literally, officially, openly, blatantly gone right into the ass of the dogs. That's where it is right now. So I think we need to fire it up. We need to fire their asses up and see where they go. That's the only way we can put all that chaos back in the bag. And I would reassert my opinion, which is actually more than opinion, it's a fact, is that banks should be eliminated from our society. Banks are nothing but thieves. And even the Prophet in his time, there was a reason why he particularly mentioned banks and banking system. And that was because He knew that banking sectors were not about saving your money or helping you protect your money. It was about controlling your money and using your money without your permission and building interest and charging you interest. And as you know, interest in any form haram in Islam. So these conventional banks were declared haram for a reason. Now they call themselves Islamic banking and they pretend that they're they're following the Islamic rules, but they're not actually. I've seen the so-called Islamic banking processes as well, and I really didn't see much difference between them and the conventional interest-based banking. So yeah, that's why the Prophet told us to make sure that banking sectors or banks were not just, interest making and interest charging houses, but that they should actually follow the Islamic law in which interest does not exist. And client money must be protected, and the bank is 100% responsible for any damage whatsoever done to the client's money that has been placed in their custody. And we don't see any of that happening. So I think we should abolish banks and banking sectors and banking systems. These are the people who earn the most, and they're a classic representation of how the common man's money is stolen from him, taken from him. It is used without permission. It is used in investing into other people's businesses, out of which you get zilch. And it is basically a classic example of using other people's money to make money for yourself and not giving them their due in return. So banks need to be abolished completely. I mean, the IMF is the biggest example of global level thievery. Really, the amount of interest always surpasses the principal amount, and they make sure that you remain in debt, even if you're actually not in debt anymore, just so that they could use that to control your uh, economy. So banks need to be abolished. Banks actually have no real reason to exist. They're like gambling houses. Basically, they're just gambling houses and they're gamblers sitting there. And they're gambling with your money without your permission, I might repeat. So, yeah, I stand by my logic and I stand by my words and I stand by my thoughts and my philosophy. Banks should be abolished. And you will see in the future when people will have more sense than we do, hopefully, will be more rebellious towards the limitations and restrictions of society, they will abolish banks. Until then, we're going to get fucked and we're going to get milked. We're going to be bled dry. But the fact that we're actually allowing ourselves to get fucked, the fact that we're allowing our money to be taken from us and at a loss, the fact that without our permission our money is being used to boost other people's businesses, the fact that our hard earned money is taken by every single possible sector that has nothing whatsoever to do with us and our lives. The fact that we're actually letting all this happen to us says a big deal about us as well, as people, as a society. So, yeah. Well, hope everybody's having a lovely time. Over here, it's been raining all night, and it stopped raining actually, but I think it's expected to start again because today is supposed to be all day light rain. Let's see. So, yeah, it's cold again. After 3 days of brilliant sunshine. It's very cold again. It was cold yesterday as well, actually. The sun came out for just a while and then, it just hid again. And today, though, obviously, it's just not even here. So, wherever you are, I hope you're happy, healthy, safe. Do think about how you're going to uh, deal with your wealth, your property, and especially your liquid assets. Do think about that. So, this is me signing out. Bye bye.